recap because we just played it. You open your eyes, it's a new day. You feel like shit. Oh. That's actually really cool that it adds that around the edge. The bright morning light, you're finally able to take stock of just how much the spirit took from you. You feel dulled, your bones creaky, your soul weighed down with the exhaustion of age. This is great! Can't wait to finally be dead. It is really relatable in its own weird fucking way. Perhaps the events of the week have taken particularly nasty tolls on you. Involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by a buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just want to check in. Hope you're doing a little better. Also wanted to ask, have you heard from Stella? Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Everyone had a rough night. Maybe she's probably still shaken up. Yeah, but I don't love that she's out there somewhere by herself considering all the shit that's been going down. Look, I know we haven't exactly gotten along, but we should meet up in town and look for her together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. I'm gonna visit Dustin real quick. Open the drawers, they both have bread now. Human is back. Smells old now. Maybe he changed mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you. Dustin Mom know better than trust. When push comes to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spend too much time outside. It's different inside. There's enough bread for everyone here. No need to eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin can keep that innocence forever. Guess your glass house still has that squatter? Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight? Give Dustin Mom glass house back? Do my best, but no promises. Squatter have sharp things on head. Human be careful, but Dustin Mom would be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too. Should get going. Okay. What's that? Alright, we're gonna take a shower. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. Step to the guest bathroom and into the shower. Hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, the shower is a good place. And it rinses your body clean. Squatters or Roomba? That actually would be hilarious. Think about finally getting out of this hellhole. Safe in your own bed. You're done here. Turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Check the closet real quick. Make sure oh, it moved! There's no denying it. The doll has moved some point since your most recent visit. But your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. It's time to face your cousin. I always think about someone special in the shower. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Jesus. Find her in the kitchen. Her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks, it's as if I don't have enough on my plate already. It doesn't even matter how a strike plays out, any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully recover. Any news about the trap kids? We have confirmation that at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it'll be long before we can put all this unpleasantness behind us. The mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. Sell the estate, get out while you still can. Have the bristles. I'm not giving up like that. This is Scarlet Mine. I'm not going to cash out on our family's legacy. Bringing the mine back to life, one way or another. Strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Okay, yes, I know we saw a literal ghost last night, but this is important, Lizzie. This isn't just about me. Our town relies on the mine. It's not doing well, okay? I don't quash this strike, that's it. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Probably should have seen this coming. Who's to say I didn't? It wasn't ever really a question of if, more a question of when. Forgive me if I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait till Pearl Ann was in the ground. Do you regret what happened to me last night? Of course I do. We should have left. You made the choice to appease that thing. I was begging you not to. Kanika can't get a hold of Stella. Do you think she's alright? I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Dawdled long enough. Stay safe, no more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? She's warming up to us. Let's go. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall, and she marches to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Walk over to the cat. Oh. I don't know how to speak French. Wait, there is something a bit different about with you. Have the years finally caught up to you? Do you know anything about the stone carvings scattered around town? I'm not here to be your commandant. Jean detective. I'm here to watch you flail about in the darkness. I'm not here to provide answers to whatever mystery has found your feeble American mind. I need to deal with a ghost arm old now. Every day that we open our eyes, we are making a deal with life. All of us are stones on the shore, weathered a little more each day by the relentless tides of time. We'll all be ground to dust by an uncaring universe, but that's the beauty of life. Nod respectfully. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance. You can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Leave the cat be. Turn right and leave Frou-Frou be. We're gonna fuel up real quick with a quick PB&J. You know, I don't really like PB&Js, but I won't lie to you. Some fucking bread, like toasted bread, like toasted PB&J. Oh, that sounds so fun. Alright, we're gonna investigate the garden. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom in the garden right now, you'd better look into it before you head into town. The air's chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively low, choked flower beds. Road PB. You start carefully packing your way through the underbrush. It doesn't take much effort to find a path cutting of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines that litter the ground along the greenhouse. Glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. Sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. See it. What's your name, little guy? Goat. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stay nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. That human have brown coat and big boots? Coat like, what, fur? Nah. Not brown fur, yellow fur. Just the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. Where'd you come from? Farm. Used to live with the other guy like me. Kinda miss him, but not that much. Don't cut a share anymore. Oh, damn. Oh, that would make me feel old, too. We're gonna examine the lock. Looks sturdy. You need to find some tools if you're gonna get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika could land it later. I'm gonna leave. See ya, or not. It's a wild world out there. Okay. Investigate the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting. That is wild. Time to head to town. Head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. Birds sound different today, muffled. Your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept that changes over to it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. Matt Damon turning old from Saving Private. Oh, do you see that little... right there? Oh, and right there. Oh, Can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. Feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting older. As you continue to trek the town, you pause to stare at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that is blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it. I still haven't heard from Stella. I've already seen a bunch of those ditchlings scurrying around in broad daylight. I know my mom said they're harmless, but we should start looking for her. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on some things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. She'll probably make fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. That's a lot. A lot's happened in the past couple days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Yeah, literally harmless, and they killed Duke and tried to eat Gretchen, and also have been like infecting all of the animals around town. How are you mentally? It's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there's too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't let her running off in the woods to get eaten by Bigfoot. My mom is just so chill right now, it's just driving me nuts. She's not giving me any answers about the shit she pulled last night, it's just weird. Anyway, thanks for asking. Ranting helped. I appreciate you pressing me on it. I know others with my gifts, and when I meet them, Sybil is probably the most gifted person I've met. You're saying she's a witch or something? No way, she's just a funky old lady who's into crystals and herbs and stuff. That she doesn't actually know magic. Common misconception of witch. I mean, if she were like some kind of witch, that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong. My whole life has been a lie. Girl, I'm going to see your mom like that and not think of her as a witch. Ugh, I can't think about this right now. I need to be focused. This thought will just lead to get in line with all the other pending existential crises. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet. So nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. Try not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere. She's not answering her phone, but I also don't want to bet on that. Someone manning the general store while we go looking for Mom and Miles can deal for another day while we go look for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something were happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I think I could live with that. Guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Okay, let's go to Stella's house. Definitely. I probably should have done that before getting you to come all the way down here, but to be honest, I was scared of wandering off by myself just in case I ran into any other horrors from beyond the veil. It'd be great if this turns out to be nothing. She's just asleep in bed. Make your way towards Stella's house. Knocks anxiously on the door. The creaks open. The interior is cold, not just physically. There's an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind this, the ghost of an empty house. There's sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Whatever happened to Stella doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood, no viscera, no even tipped over lamp. That's good. Investigate the kitchen. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open. A loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? I wouldn't call this messy. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Then maybe that's just because I've only been over here when she was expecting me. Make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. The Mothman plush! Oh my god. There's this giant fucking Mothman plush it's crazy expensive, but I want it so fucking badly. Oh. It's a little untidy. It's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. Check her computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on a computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Okay, fine, but I'm going to stand over your shoulder the whole time. Make sure you don't go looking for anything personal. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There's simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in chaotic, multi-layered display. Also, look at the S's. It's so fucking funny. Not the nice try, Mr. FBI, on the fucking webcam. Vampire Survivors tabletop. That's probably really cool. Check your open tabs. Take you all day to count the number of open tabs on Stella's browser. Oh my god. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon, a sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows edge to Windows edge. Most recently tabbed is a tab. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for zoology enthusiasts. Posting questions titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, was finding out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day, and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says they're called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage in some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I'm googling ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high-quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? These things are terrifying. Since every low-budget horror movie started doing the guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently like some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Ugh, lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so 1, this is an ARG and I would never, and 2, you're not going to believe this, but when we found a bin in mine last night to investigate things, I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listening to the knocking, we managed to catch on tape. Just because you put the word real in their file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights. This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to be sellout big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, LOL, doughy white things and now popping loud noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her or I'm gonna call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. Ouch. Check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. She came home after last night's incident. She didn't touch her browser. Search history is almost entirely work-related. Furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit in the profile of ditchlings. That's that. Okay, we've seen enough. God. I think there's any clues here. I don't think so either. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Oh, she does still have those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything. They're more for decoration anyway. That's insane work. 500k out of a 15k goal. Oh my god. Could you imagine the shit that you could do with that? Like that high. Oh, that would be so fucking cool. Okay, so she's not here and we still have no idea where she is. Thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Hey, we're playing this on a Thursday and it's Thursday. We're going to the cops. I know they probably won't actually do anything, but we should see if we can get them to start looking for her before we go anywhere else. Check out the diner. Good idea. Focus on the congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Diner is busier than you've ever seen it. Small booths packed with miners. Hey, hope you weren't planning on spending any quality time in the diner today. It looks like we're hosting a meeting for a foreseeable future. What's going on? There's a strike up in the mines. They made the diner their base of operations. Huh. Good for them. About time something like this has happened. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. Miners didn't even notice you enter the diner. Instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal. And I like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays. Better health benefits would be amazing, but what if she decides to fire all of us? You're only a year or so into work. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. First, you're just unhappy, but you can figure out whether... But you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its worker. Pay us enough to survive. But not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Corporate America. We could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. I can't get fired. The company housing makes a big difference for me. Yeah, it just sounds like any job, to be honest. Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha to put you in a company-owned shack that ain't had maintenance done in decades. Taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure as shit ain't gonna go towards property tax and upkeep alone. Company housing, that means almost nobody in the whole damn town owns the place they live. We have numbers on our side, Harrison. After what happened up there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. She can't afford to lose us all. We have power here, so as long as we're reunited. So about the strike. Miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast, and I'll be damned if we talk business in front of you. Maybe the boss's cousin, but I support the strike. Whoa, even the boss's family is on our side? Maybe this could really work. That's right, the whole town is on our side. There was a collapse less than 2 days ago, and she expects us to riot at the thought of being forced back down there. Oh, while those kids are still trapped. It's disgusting. Damn straight. Hear, hear. Still, if you support the strike, the best thing you do right now is not meddle with it. Trust can only go so far. Yes. No, I didn't say that. Before we go. Damn it. I didn't mean to click on that one. Oh well. Before we go, have any of y'all back there happened to see Stella today? She's been missing since last night. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. Hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. Guess that's that. Nope, she will not, but it's fine. It's fine. Turn and leave the diner, Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. Check out the church. Church? What, do you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? Just want to be thorough. Let's make it quick. I don't want him trying to rope me into some church event. Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where is that weirdo? My, 3 visitors at once? On Thursday? This is unprecedented. There are only 2 of us. Oh no, we were followed by a ditchling. Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Oh, it's just Thane. What are you doing here? The glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if Faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her? Can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over by the alpacas. So, Lizzie, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Why does it have to be in private? It's a personal matter. I'd rather folks not pry on this. I won't bite or anything, I promise. But we can talk here right in the open. I guess I'll leave you too. I'll check in with Janie. Kanika heads off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I had a chat with the mayor yesterday. Heard you did too. I'm so glad you came. I never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must be the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything insightful to say, so I disavowed it pretty early on. Can't express how much of a relief it is to finally meet someone else like me. Likewise, though it may be more than just the two of us now. My suspicions that Tulip may have inherited the gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some things have led me to believe that she might understand them. It's interrupted by the sound of snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush at the edge of the property. Oh, she's so cute! Tulip, come out here! Come out of there! I know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back in the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you gonna be good? Or are we gonna skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go to the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, but because you know it's dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they get fed. You can give them hay. She's so cute. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect. Hurries off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's always been trying to run off to these woods a lot lately. It's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees. It must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. If you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. What were you saying about the church rats? Ah, yes, the rats. So you and I used to have the sort of chatter we can hear from wildlife that usually nothing needs to be paid attention to, but these rats, there's something so sinister about them. They must be huge, judging by the sound of them scurrying around in there. Tulip had never shown evidence of the ability before. She's never responded to the alpacas or engaged in conversations with birds. In retrospect, she could have been hiding it the way I did growing up. Because I know she's been talking to the rats. She calls them her friends. She's been drawing all these pictures of them. Ghastly things. I tried to bring him up with her, but she just gets this little smile and doesn't say a word. It's like her fun little secret. It's all innocent enough in the grand scheme of things, but I'm pretty sure they also live out in the trash heap. And ever since she started talking about her friends, she's been trying to sneak out there. Concerned she's going to get hurt, catch some kind of disease. What have they been saying? They like to try to goad me into crying or becoming depressed. They watch me through unseen holes and make fun of me and try to figure out how to press my buttons. It's annoying, but easy enough to block out, especially when I'm playing. I don't think they're a good influence on Tulip, though. She's gotten quite quiet and secretive ever since she started talking to them. I hate to think what they say to her when I'm not around here. Have you actually seen them? No, but I don't need to. I lived in a dorm that had rats around. You never see them, but the church had signs of an infestation. There's no mistaking the sounds of little creatures stampeding through the walls. 1 more hour! Huge. I left out some humane rat traps, but they're too smart for them. All I've done is waste peanut butter. I caught a possum in it, poor thing. Possums are never very bright, but at least he got a big scoop of peanut butter out of the ordeal. Has Janie heard them? She's not in the church very often. She's usually in town doing her jobs until late. We spend our evenings in the house. It's just me and Tulip all day long. Janie knows Tulip has made some kind of strange little friends, but thinks it's an imagination game. I was hoping I'd sort out the rat issue before she could get suspicious, but they're persistent, so I may have to hire an exterminator if I can get the money for one. Hope it doesn't have to come to that. Are you sure they're rats? I think so. Pastor ships uncomfortably for a moment. I hope so. Is there anything I could do to help? Maybe I could try talking to them. That would be lovely. I certainly appreciate a helping hand here. I don't want to be too much of a bother. You should probably finish looking for your missing friend first, but I'll be around. The corner Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanika walking back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we better get going. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. Appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let you be on your way. I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Kanika starts back down the path to town. You follow. Okay, now we put some distance between us and the church. What did he want to talk to you about? He didn't say anything weird, did he? Philip's apparently made some weird imaginary friends. We might want to check it out later this week. Kids make up imaginary friends all the time. Pastor Danny says there's a rat infestation in the church and the rats are her friends. I don't know. It seemed weird. Okay? Much as I hate going back there, I guess that's a loose lead. If we don't have anything else to investigate once we found Stella and... Once we've checked out the clinic and then maybe we can look around the church? Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? Where you can suggest your next route. Move. You start to feel woozy. Spots form at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable. Body sending you clear messages of exhaustion. Then it passes. Still, it probably won't be long before your body needs a chance to rest. You should plan your next move wisely. It has, like, the whole thing of, like, it probably won't be long before your body needs a chance to rest. So I think what we're gonna do is get tea with the mom. Nika's mom. Supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. Which might actually work, but who knows? Guess there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna keep... They have, like after you give up years of your life, they have, like, the whole, like, edge thing going on here, which is really fucking cool. I think that's such a cool design to have as that, and I know I can turn it off, but I kind of don't want to remind me that I'm old. Bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Nika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? Hello, Lizzie. You hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing, and Stella can take care of herself. Unlike you need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. Thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Lizzie about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you had to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Lizzie. Nika turns around and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Something isn't right here, but it's hard to put it in words or pin it down into thoughts. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Yeah, I kind of don't trust Sybil, to be honest with you. I don't know if I should or not, but she just kind of... Especially with, like, in the ghost flashback, Kanika being the witch and stuff, and then it kind of being like, Sybil's a witch. What do you mean by that? Please, have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. Take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea she brought you on Tuesday. We'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? The other day you promised me to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth. Most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for a dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Ann was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. I love a good unsavory tale. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrieking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punchy dad made her into quite the rebel. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handled a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worried had something to do with religion. Oh my god, I have like a hair on my face and it's starting to itch my face and it's just like scratch. So the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night, she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. Why were they raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. what Vivian said, her family has some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. Fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older. I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. What do you know about my grandma? Afraid there isn't much I can tell you. Think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. Take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core. Like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. Tea sounds so fucking good right now. The aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal. You find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Soothing, beyond what you would expect out of the ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. Close your eyes and take another sip and then another. It's delightful. Tea is gone before you know it, the small empty cup safe for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Unless you're mistaken, the tea has also helped with your condition. At least a little bit. You still feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. I don't like coffee, so more tea of a person? More of a tea person? Hi, Caster. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's more of my medicinal blends. Now, on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties together with the definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. I bet we have the Grim, too. I'm good. Thanks for asking. There's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. I'd like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. Probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look. Take the cup, staring down into it. It's just leaves. There's no pattern, nothing swimming together in the drudges of your tea to give you any warning or premonitions. I don't know how to read. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing for someone with your propensities. Whatever, however you say that. She swinks conspiratorially. God damn. How do I know you're not the cat? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you out. If she was the cat, wouldn't you win yourself? Pick someone else. That isn't you, though, isn't it? That isn't you, though, is it? Ignore it and speak your mind. How do I know you're not the cat? I suppose you don't, though I think the cat would exactly warn you about itself. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even the old woman with tea obsession. You don't have to figure out the answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone as close to you is not to be trusted. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stone carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Till the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek with those carvings out. Piece together what you can from your visions and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any of the others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering is enough to tug at you, compelling your return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you could even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. I think I found another at the clinic. That's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You'll just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Something tells me she won't take kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. I think that's all I can offer. I hope this conversation's been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. You helped last night. Why didn't you come with me? I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knees, and eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I'm more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I had been on those mines with you, some beside me, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. Hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. A small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Sybil closes the door of the tea room, and the bells of the door strangely flat and stale air of the nearly empty general store. Check on. Not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't want any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. Bet it's frou-frou. The damn French. I'm not your mom. Oh, Lizzie, what's up? Can I come in? Sorry, Lizzie, my mom was right. I'm exhausted. I probably shouldn't push our wind-up horse tomorrow. Looks like you're on your own. Make your way out of the general store and down the road to the clinic. Make your way up the familiar hill past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside Dr. Kelly's clinic. The secret's enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet that has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits your compulsive frequency. Found at times that you haven't wished to be seen, there's nothing stopping you from remain hidden. Graveyards, abandoned buildings, old tunnels, you've been in all sorts of strange and unusual places without incident. For some reason tonight, Dr. Kelly's clinic feels no different. You haphazardly make your way up the old wooden stairs at the clinic's wraparound porch, taking steps in strange patterns to an outside observer who might appear to be drunk, but there's an unconscious method to your conscious madness. Though even you wouldn't be hard-pressed to describe it, but there's a creak or moan of ancient wood as you make your way to the door. Silence. Push the door open slowly and slip in. See the dock at the desk in some room down the hall. She doesn't notice you. Shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please, or rather, you're free to explore as you please. Feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it is that you want to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here. You know exactly what it is, another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. Been caught by its gravity and overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner toward the dark doorway underneath the stairs. Been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Click the lights on. You're in the morgue. Busy? He squints, unseemingly unsure whether you're the same person you met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Okay, I have to ask, are you human? Yes? Sorry, this probably doesn't look the most normal, but sometimes I come here to just practice, I guess. Rehearse. Not the fucking rehearsing for death. The vampire thing. Rehearse, you say? Good one. It's where it seemed distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You see what's back down. Touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? Feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder for a moment. The thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. Kind of looked possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Present in the moment. Inhale deeply and take your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage is labeled Pearl and Scarlet. I'm gonna examine my aunt's body. Step forward and pull out the drawer. Yummy. This is your Aunt Pearl Ann, Cole Baroness of the Scarlet Mines and local she-devil that seemed no one, not even her daughter, that was able to mourn. It's not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of life now dissipated. It's the same as your mother was, and the same you'll be one day. Cold air rises from her bluish skin and vacant, filmy eyes, staring up at nothing. Try your best to imagine what she would have looked like, alive and breathing, slinging subtle insults at the townsfolk, but it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. Making sure she didn't walk off? I didn't make any comments here. Having seen what there was, see, slide the drawer back in and close it. Mine had a stone carving the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions. I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. Really serious, aren't you? It's probably a bad idea, but We really need to get in there. I'm pretty sure there's an emergency axe somewhere upstairs. Just need to get the dock out of our hair. It should take 2 seconds. The dock out of our hair? Yeah, if I can say I'm sick and I need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. Use what you gotta get to what you... Or use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Please, act now. Oh, you're super desperate about this wall. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited. His usual door demand. Placed with an uncharacteristic pep, faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. Hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. Coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I could finally try to keep some juice down. Looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. Got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll pick up some orange juice and also some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. Doesn't take long. Doesn't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice. Theatric? Oh, good lord. Ah! Theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. This is so much goddamn reading. Coming up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is. Though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. Make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. Cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets and medical supplies. Something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. Reese stops in the doorway, watching to turn as you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Hi, eggiest boy. Reading Scarlet. April 9th, 1913. Died in 2003. 89. Heart failure. Normal. Almost made it to 90. Sleep apnea. Discovered by her daughter. Damn. That's totally okay. That's totally okay. Because I will be streaming that day anyway, too. So I kind of was thinking maybe we could start with a little bit of like the book club thing. Or something. But I would like, or maybe after stream, then that's when we do it. We'll find a time. We'll find a time. Even if we do it, end up having to do it Sunday or something. Because Amy, I know, said she doesn't get off work until really late. She really wants to be there to do it too. So we'll find a time. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum? Wonder cursed her with that mouthful. Age 69. Fell from a cliff. August 20th. He died on my dad's birthday. Not the same year, but... Yeah, I think it will be later. I think it will be later. That's what I'm gonna try for. As long as it works. Organ sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Well, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Quickly flip through with a few other Scarlet's names who aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, 28. Joseph Scarlet. Both killed in Normandy. Andrew Charles Scarlet. Stillbirth. Aw. Damn, so many of these people died. Same. Oh? Wait. Alexandra Scarlet, age 9, missing, presumed dead. The owner of the doll, so she went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet, 17. This game is really good. It's really interesting. It's really fucking interesting. I'm liking it a lot. Because it's like as soon as It just doesn't, like, all of it, there's so many bits and pieces that I'm so fucking excited to see how they'll combine it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I've been talking so fucking much. Wow, it's a lot of kids to outlive. Yeah, like all of her fucking... Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. Hurry to the closet door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself in what little space is available. Nearly full closet. Reese is close in your heels. Together you listen as the doctor makes her way to a room deeper into the clinic. Silence of the tiny closet. Every voice seems too loud. You can expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from wherever she was across the house. We'd better wait a second, just in case. Quietly wait. Two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. Footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting the location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. Footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. God damn. Probably only got a minute or two she comes back, so let's not make it count. Medical supply room is probably our best bet. Any other room in the clinic is likely to have fire exit. Probably a room full of chemicals. This way. Yeah, I have water on me, and it is like just... Oh my god. I wish I could do fun little voices for all of them, but I don't think I could. Thank you for the more hydration. There sure is. I suck at drinking water, so I figured that, like, you know, might as well make you guys force me to drink water. Yeah, I so wish I could do different voices for these things, but I don't think I could keep up with it, and also I think I'd forget what they sound like in my mind. Motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys. Here we go. He rushes over the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe? Now we can... Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door from the house. Come on, if we hurry, get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now. Floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. Follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters from above. I was right, we did already have the juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morning. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. No, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out with in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. Hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent glow. Hey. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? Of course I do. Sad all the time. That, yeah, there would be no consistency for me with doing voices. It would... Yeah, I feel you there. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. Have a good lurk! It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. Okay, make the first blow. Go for it. Perched hard in the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. First cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it. Some wooden frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger a bit back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Yeah, this isn't gonna be weird at all. Holy shit. Splintered edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of a cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place in the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as you take a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. With the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. Climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital ring, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. This place hidden away. A lot of awful stuff happened at this hospital. Maybe people felt the need to bury these memories. Or maybe a pipe burst or something. I don't know. That's weird as fuck. Step forward into the unknown. Don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten. Water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. Tear into it. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. Been doing this my own research. I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. Went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by the time next week. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was claimed to be Theodore. It wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turns out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Think goes black. What the fuck? Your vision swims back in focus. It takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you'd slip out in a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some carving, and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. You okay? Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back to the house while she was busy with the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have this sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong or my neck too long, the room would feel smaller. Ooh, I get those too. That's weird. They feel weird. At least one of those death records is murky. I don't think Teddy died in the mine collapse. My family has secrets. It's a weird thing to cover up. Not too surprising. An old family like that usually has at least a few secrets, but hopefully it's all ancient history. Not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right? Should probably get going. Stella's still missing. The stones here finally stopped yelling at me. That might be a little tricky. The doc is on a warpath up there. I used to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait. We're out. Why didn't you take your medicine exactly? Because it makes me feel like shit. I was fine yesterday until the doc made me take my pills. I was fine all day today. What's the harm in going a day without, right? Now that I'm not taking it, it's like all these weird little memories have come rushing back. Bad memories. I don't think the doc's a good person. I don't think she wants me to be healthy. I don't think she wants me to see people. And now I'm waking up to that truth. I don't think there's any going back for either of us. You locked your door? Just a precaution. I don't think I can underestimate her at this point. For the first time in a while, I don't feel like roadkill. I'd rather keep it that way. I don't need her coming down here and forcing any medicine on me and doing God knows what to you to keep you quiet. How are we supposed to get out? We'll just have to figure out a plan. I'm pretty sure I could take her, but who knows what she has at her disposal. I've got some weird memories. I thought they were dreams or hallucinations. Now I'm not so sure. I think she's used tranquilizers on me. Other times I've gotten too unruly for her. God damn. I don't know how much of those memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to lengths she's willing to go to keep me under control. We'll wait until she's asleep, then we can at least get out of the basement and figure out what to do from there. Remain silent. Distraction seems like a good idea. As I could probably tell, you're getting a little jittery. Doesn't feel awful, to be honest. Your mom doesn't fall asleep. You should probably She shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rearview mirror of the rest of my life. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she's always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. We can try to break them anyway. We're just gonna go with the flow. So we got some time to kill. We could always watch a movie. Really into horror movies, as I'm sure you could tell. It's been so long since I had somebody over to watch one with me. And I believe I owe you a showing of Shi-no-Chi, Death Blood. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sort of things I watch, but definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Slow burn of a movie with dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Maybe it's just how it feels down here all the time with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that its inhabitant has been practically homebound since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. This is crazy as fuck. This turned wild real fast. The way it jump cuts its seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up trying to back to the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll be able to just do things from here on out, like watch movies with another person. Or talk to people, ever. Hear the difference in the energy now that Reese hasn't had his daily dose of medicine. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Something is changing inside of him. Reese, you feel different, like your whole personality is changing. Is everything okay? Everything is more than okay. I haven't felt this good and I don't think I've ever felt this good. Man on screen yells portents of doom in the camera, trailing off in the wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. Really love that there are all these distinct sorts of... I don't know how to say that word. Little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to realize how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now. What, with this entire reality turning out to be a lie? But he's also talking over the movie. It's more than just something that's changing its Reese. It's everything. There's a knock on the window. Lizzie, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. That voice. I know that voice. Without another word, Braden starts pounding the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster. He wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing off of him. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from people who want to hurt me. Protect both of us, Lizzie. Window shatters. As Reese stares at his clothing, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling up themselves out of the two-dimensional world, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. A surge of violence, a change has become brewing inside Reese finally comes as it manifests the broken basement windows sealed off, weighing along with it. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here, I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the doc. Reese storms with the stairs, leaving you with his creations. Not sure who to help. Make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday. All intrigued, now washed away. You know where it leads and you know what secrets the stone lurk in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper to the doctor's office, there's a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Grasp the handle and turn. Duck. Don't gotta tell me twice. You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop-up projectile that leaves the barrel whizzing through the air. You turn to see the dart embedded in Reese's chest. He turns the tranquilizer, darts out from between its ribs, heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you bit. No, how did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out of the cracks in the wood. Reese's panic, pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's creations, dodging them as best you can to try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out as someone speaking. You, Lizzie. Stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help both of us. What the hell is your son, ma'am? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was going to be a bitch, but they don't know half of it. Need you to get out of the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Turn him back around and head to the medical storage room. I'm here. Great, now listen to me. Need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet. Bring me those elephant tranquilizers. It's bottle labeled Parfentanil. Rare tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh? Doc. Good, you should hear this. Lizzie, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anybody else, just her. You don't? You and I both know she's going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? Shove me back down to that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now, better than I have felt in my life. Not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows what she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. I don't feel like I should get in the middle of this. Too bad, you're already in the middle of it. Now grab those tranquilizers and let's get a move on. You can always just stay here, choose not to get involved, just to let me do what has to be done. You don't have a speck of blood on your hands. She has no trouble doing this to her own son, who else might she be treating without their knowledge? She's the dangerous one. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. Two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Yeah, we're doing that. Do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. You make your way out of the medical storage and back down the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, breaks apart the massive paint, sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly as one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Wow, we're at it. Any other secrets you're keeping? Maybe. If we both survive, I might decide to share a few more if you don't go tattling to anybody. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, and I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes and a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. Figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out a few specialists, but there's nothing obviously wrong with him. We had an argument. He changed right in front of me. It was like nothing like what he is now. Just a couple inches, some facial abnormalities, nothing to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that and he stopped. Thought it was one-off or maybe hallucination, but the second time it wasn't as subtle and didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure something was beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. I've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different. And I just make sure to be on top of his dosages so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. What is he? First I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. If you've seen what he looks like, it's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess I'll just have to remain a mystery. Is his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps on Doctor. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. What the fuck? Keep having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then all of a sudden my period stopped, got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. Relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. Not like I was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worse. It's part of being a mom too, doing what you can to make sure your child brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. You know he's dangerous. Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number one. Not like he usually is a violent kid. He's mostly just sad, but every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. What the fuck did this turn into? Imagine if this happened anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot tall monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. It's a game plan, both short and long term. Well, if I'm up full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here, then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. So, you're just gonna lock him away again. Yeah, it's either that or he dies. God knows I don't want that to be the case, but you gotta work with what you've been given, and I know I've been given some ethical dilemma with no good outcomes. Just have to decide which is the lesser evil. What is this room? Old x-ray room. Lead walls. After I realized this whole situation was a possibility, I had a door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad I could finally come in handy. You had Dr. Kelly sit in silence, wait for her son to make his way out to you. It sounded distant, breaking glass cuts through the silence out of a clinic outside of a safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before it crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. Two of you stare out in the hallway. That what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Hand over Dr. Kelly the tranquilizer darts. Dr. Kelly quickly loads them into the gun, leveling the barrel at her son. Lizzie, I thought we were in this together. Thank God. Dr. Kelly sighs heavily, staring down at the warped figure of her son. I can drag him into the safe room on my own. I'll meet you out front when I'm done. Return to the entrance of the clinic. Everything is quiet now, only streaks of paint where Reese's minions have once roiled out of the cracks in the wood. I hope you understand that this needs to stay between us. I don't care how much you feel like you need to share what just happened with other people. The more people know about this, the more trouble it is for me and for him. I don't need any more well-intentioned escape plans. Oh my god! One of my viewers is back. What a treat! Hi, Rob. Welcome back. How is you and the 39 men? Is that done? There's a magic stone in your basement. Just thought you should know. Also, we busted a hole in the wall down there. Okay, thanks for the heads up, I guess. I'm sorry, Rob. That ruins things. Can't believe you had to be around girls. Only 20? Okay, as long as you still had fun though. That's what matters, right? Did it go well? Yeah, I can imagine it's probably hectic as fuck when you don't know. I don't think I would like doing something like that. I think it would just honestly make me scared. The game's very good. Oh yay! I'm happy everyone was super nice. They better be. They knew. They could feel my presence looming over them in case they were mean to you. Someone needs to kill him. It'd be better for everyone, Reese included, stuck alone and poisoned in that tiny cage. Just no way to live. I don't care what kind of monster he is, Lizzie. He's still my kid. I'm not gonna give up on him so easily. As much as I'd love to stand around shouting, I have to get back to work. Gotta clean this place as best as I can before tomorrow. You should probably get home. It's dark. I'm sure your cousin is worried about you. Don't wait to be kicked out. Heading out the door to the clinic and into the dark night beyond. Night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream. Now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Time to go home. Don't get far before you're interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, running fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. Lizzie, please, you must come at once. I'm afraid my Stella is in dire emotional distress. She's been sitting in one spot all day long and we fear we're nearly out of supplies. Please, come talk some sense into that girl before I miss my dinner 2 nights in a row. Dignified lady of age such as myself cannot survive on treats and camping food alone. Just follow Gretchen. Follow Gretchen. She nervously runs ahead of you the whole time, constantly looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Before long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a 2-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. Sorry. Phone keeps going off. There, sitting in a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. There she is. She just won't move. Gretchen runs up to her and sits in Stella's lap. Gretchen, you're back. Don't scare me like that again. You sit on the log beside her. Lizzie, the ghost really did a number on you. What are you doing out here? There's something I had to check out. I've been sitting here since last night, just waiting. But nothing happened. I'll probably just head home in not too long. Please just talk to me. I'm begging you. It doesn't matter. There's nothing to talk about. I think I just need to go home. Come on, let's get back to town. I know that stretch. That's the time to go home stretch. Thank the Lord I'll be sleeping in my own bed tonight. Thank you, Lizzie, for talking sense into this girl. Wait. Before I go, I should tell you about what happened today. Hi, welcome to Freedom. Oh? You relay the events of the evening as best you can, saying it out loud somehow makes it feel less real. You're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go ahead and lock that one away in the void. Stella scoops Gretchen up in her arms and 3 of you walk back in town in silence. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. She gives you a tired wave before retreating into her house. Time for you to go home too. God damn, bro. He appears as if out of nowhere, his clothes streaked with what first looked like blood and gore, but realizes paint, evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. Shall we? Wayne walks ahead of you in near complete silence. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Sybil? Why not Tabitha? Because you're special. But why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Do not feel the ties that bind us. They are unbreakable. Found my family's death records today. Things aren't adding up. Good. You're starting to see the holes then. Look for more. I can flirt with him? Oh, we're flirting. Thanks for walking me home. Of course, I want to make sure someone is always looking out for you. Yeah, we're flirting with the dead guy. Oh, I love it. You can think of me as something of a guardian angel if you'd like. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. Glad you're okay. I was worried Reese might have made him miss a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing. Managed to catch me off guard. Those constructs of his were an interesting little trick, but that's all they were. Thought you wanted me to stay at the estate. Aren't you lecturing me? Free to make your own decisions, and though just those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and now that it's started, I know that you cannot stop until your task is finished. Time to do it. Time to do it, Rob. Have fun. Keep you safe while you do what you must. Thanks for looking out for me tonight. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I will always be there for you. We about to kiss right now? What the fuck is going on? Sure, we'll see each other tomorrow. Yeah, I fucking hope so. Kind of like that whole cloth over your head's kind of. You should try to spend some time in the old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around. Too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. You might get surprised at what you find. Till then, sleep well. Disappears in the underbrush. Okay. The estate feels empty. When howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse into the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. Close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese trapped in a tiny windowless room, all his greatest fears realized. His body no longer his own, but you stopped him from killing Dr. Kelly. The world is, at least for now, protected from him. You think of nothing.